Let me guess, you've tried keto, intermittent fasting, eating like a rabbit, cutting out carbs, sugar, bread, happiness, all in the name of getting healthy. And yet here you are, still wondering why the hell nothing sticks. Well, I've got good news. You don't need another diet. You need better habits. And today I'm breaking down 5 ridiculously easy ones that will actually change the way you eat for good. These aren't hacks. These are habits that you can live with because they're sustainable, effective, and dare I say it, even enjoyable. Let's jump in. Habit number 1, eating 30 grams of protein within 2 hours of waking. Let's start with something that can completely change your energy, your cravings, and your body composition. Breakfast protein. Forget what you heard about fasting being the answer to everything. If you're over 40 and trying to lose fat without losing muscle, eating 30 grams of protein within 2 hours of waking is game changing. Here's why. Protein increases satiety, stimulates protein synthesis, and boosts metabolism via the thermic effect of food, meaning your body burns more calories digesting protein than carbs or fat. In fact, studies show that higher protein breakfasts reduce cravings and overall calorie intake throughout the day, especially mid-morning and late-night snacking. And we're not talking about complicated meals. 2 eggs and a protein shake, that's perfect. Greek yogurt with berries and chia seeds, perfect. One of my clients, Cody, used to skip breakfast and crash hard by 11 a.m. We added 30 grams of protein first thing, just 2 eggs and a shake. That one change stopped his cravings cold, helped him drop 32 pounds in 12 weeks. Now that your morning is on point, let's make sure the rest of your meals are doing more than just filling your stomach. They should be fueling your body correctly. Habit number 2, make 50% of your plate colorful at 2 meals. Here's a visual rule that simplifies healthy eating without tracking a single thing. Make half of your plate colorful twice a day. And no, Skittles don't count. I'm talking vegetables and fruits, things like leafy greens, peppers, berries, carrots, tomatoes, etc. Now, why does this work? Because color usually signals high micronutrient content and fiber. These foods improve digestion, lower inflammation, and regulate blood sugar. 3 massive benefits if you're over 40. Fiber especially is a big one. Research shows fiber intake is associated with reduced belly fat, improved insulin sensitivity, and even better gut microbiome diversity. That translates to better mood, energy, and weight regulation. And the best part, it simplifies decisions. Instead of wondering, is this meal healthy? Just look at the color. If it looks like a beige parking lot, fix it. But let's be real, most guys don't cook every meal at home. So how do you stay on track when eating out? That's where habit number 3 comes in. Habit number 3, follow the protein and produce rule when eating out. This habit is the ultimate real-world filler when you're at restaurants, airports, gas stations, wherever. It's called the protein and produce rule. Every meal asks 2 questions. Where's my protein? Where's my produce? That's it. This rule helps you auto-select the healthiest options without needing a calculator. And there's science to back it up. High protein, high fiber meals are strongly associated with lower total energy intake and improved long-term weight management. A steak and grilled veggies, nailed it. Omelet with a side of fruit, done. Burger, fries, and soda, try again. One of my busiest clients eats out 5 to 6 times a week for work. We didn't cut out restaurants. We couldn't. We just applied this rule. He started skipping the fries, getting grilled salmon with veggies, and still had his bourbon on Fridays. 45 pounds down, 0 calorie tracking. Okay, now let's tackle one of the biggest fat loss traps, and it happens right in your own home. Habit number 4, never eat straight from the bag or container. Raise your hand if you've ever opened a bag of trail mix and eaten way more than you meant to. Yeah, same. This is the container trap, and it's one of the most common sources of mindless overeating. The fix is simple. Put your food on a plate. Every time, even snacks. There's psychology behind this. Studies show that people eat up to 30% more when eating from large containers versus pre-portioned amounts. Visual boundaries matter. Your brain needs to see your food to gauge satisfaction. Eating from the bag tells your body, keep going, we don't know how much we've had. This one habit helps you slow down, be more intentional, and surprise, eat less without feeling restricted. And finally, let's clean up the habit that sabotages the most guys without them even realizing it: late night snacking. Habit number 5, set a kitchen closed time 2 hours before bed. Here's the rule: pick a time, say 8 p.m., and once that hits, the kitchen is closed. Why? Because most nighttime eating isn't about hunger. It's about boredom, habit, or emotional triggers. And biologically, late night snacking often leads to insulin spikes during your body's natural recovery window, which can disrupt both fat metabolism and sleep quality. Research supports this. Eating close to bedtime is linked to increased fat gain, poor sleep, and elevated inflammation markers, especially in men over 40. So close the kitchen, brush your teeth, drink a little water, go to bed feeling in control instead of guilty. All right, now you've got 5 habits that are simple, science-backed, and sustainable. So what should you do with them? You don't need a new diet in 2025. You need better habits, ones that are realistic, repeatable, and built for men who don't have time to obsess over food every day. So don't try to do all 5 at once. Pick one habit that feels like the easiest win. Do that for a week, then layer in the next. This is how real transformation happens. Not with 30-day detoxes or miracle supplements, but with unsexy, effective habits you can live with. If this video helped you, give it a like, drop a comment with which habit you're starting this week, and make sure you're subscribed, because I've got a lot more no fluff tips coming your way. See you in the next one.